Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Ma'am Inti. So, I am Rizky Herawati. I had summary of ethics in public speaking for public speaking course. So, let's go to the next slide. Communication Code of Ethics. In 1999, the National Communication Association officially adopted the Credo for Ethical Communication. The NCA Credo for Ethical Communication is a set of beliefs communication scholars have about the ethics of human communication. NCA Credo for Ethical Communication have responsibility thinking, decision making, the development of relationship, communities within and across contexts, cultures, channels, and media. Ethical communication enhances human worth and dignity by fostering truthfulness, fairness, responsibility, personal integrity, and respect for self and others. As public speakers, the first ethical areas we should be concerned with is information honesty. The speaker is supposed to prove a point by exaggerating, omitting facts that weigh against their message or distorting information. The speakers will build a relationship with their audiences and their arguments supported by facts rather relying on emotional appeals designed to manipulate the audience. The speakers might be using reason to support that arguments. Our information comes from in the speech within truthfulness also important as a speaker. Examine our information sources and determine whether they are biased and have hidden agendas. As ethical speakers, it is important to always cite our sources of information within the body of the speech. When we conducted an interview or read a newspaper article, we must be tell our listeners where the information came from. Speakers need to verbally tell an audience when they're using someone else's information. Speakers tend to fall into one of three major traps with plagiarism. 1. Failing to tell the audience the source of a direct quotation to avoid plagiarism. We always need to tell our audience when we are directly quoting information within a speech. 2. Public speakers fall into a paraphrasing what someone else said or wrote, giving credit to the speakers. For example, we must read book and learn that there are three types of schoolyard bullying. In the middle of our speech, you talk about those three types of schoolyard bullying, but we didn't tell our audience where we found that information. 3. Speakers fall into the reciting someone else's sources within a speech. If we want to cite the information within our speech, we need to read the original article and cite that information ourselves. The last page. The second reason we do not recite someone else's resources within our speeches is because it's intellectually dishonest. We owe our listeners an honest description of where the facts we are relating came from, not just the name of an author. We cite those facts. It is more work to trace the original source of a fact or statistic, but by doing that extra work, we can avoid this plagiarism trap. Alright, that's all my summary from the material who the lecturer give me that the material um, to be make my own summary. So thank you for attention. Good morning.